Hello fellow smashers, this is FS Smash. Let's get right into it. Here are some of the best students to recruit into whichever respective house you plan to pick. Starting off with Lazifia, an extremely potent mage with good reason, faith, and authority. She also is one of the few units who can learn Warp. She can strive really well with certain items like Staff, more specifically a rare staff that increases range from the Gloucester Relic staff known as Dracis. I highly recommend you recruit Lorenz, and they also have an A support together, so that adds icing to the cake. The Major Crest of Gloucester activates often. It increases Lazifia's magic damage frequently as it's a Major Crest. Lazifia also has a budding talent in swords and can learn Soul Blade, a weapon art that scales off Lazifia's already good resistance and targets enemies' resistance. She can also wield Catherine's sword, Thunderbrand, as she also has the minor crest of Sharon, and use the weapon art Fortean. She also gains access to the minor crest of Shushan, sometimes increases weapon art damage. She can climb up the certification tree at a staggering rate due to her personal skill, allowing her to earn double the weapon experience in battle. She also has some magic she can learn that is crazy good, like Dark Spikes that is effective against cavalry units. If you learn this before fighting the Death Knight, you could potentially one-shot the Death Knight, or at least kill him after your other allies use gambits on the Death Knight. It may not be worth to have Lazifia be a sword-based class due to her low strength growth and the fact that Soul Blade can be dangerous to use as it requires Lazifia to be at 1 range, as opposed to 2 range with her magic, or in some cases 5 if you give the Tracia relic weapon to her. The next unit is Lorenz, unironically really good in reason, and it's always good to have a cav unit with high movement. He sets himself up to be a good Dark Knight, a master class. He also has the skills to do so. He excels in Mounted, Lance, and Reason. Like I said, he pairs perfectly with Lazifia due to his requirements, and he brings a lot to the table himself due to his personal skills, allowing him to deal 2+ more damage with his gambits. Felix, the best fit since Byleth already fits in well with swords. Speed can be passed by gaining support or having enough charisma. He comes with the Major Crest of Furious, sometimes raised with might when using a weapon. His personal skill can grant 5+ damage without battalions. It excels early to mid game due to 5 damage effectively being 10 damage dealt, as Felix is likely always going to double, and in gauntlets that can be an easily 20. Two other good units to recruit with each other are Sylvain and Leonie. If paired together, both their personal skills allow them to take less damage and deal more damage if they're adjacent to each other, more specifically deal 4 damage and receive 4 less damage. The only issue comes to recruitment cost. Both happen to excel in being a cavalier-based class, as both are good in lances and riding, and you can have them paired up easily or be adjacent to each other because of that. Another good recruitment besides having Leonie is Sylvain and Hilda. Hilda could be another potential candidate to recruit, like I said with Sylvain, if you don't find Leonie easy to recruit. Her personal skill gives all male allies a +3 to their damage if adjacent to Hilda. Sylvain alone will receive -2 damage and deal another 5+ damage in return. Another good unit to recruit is Petra, the demonic beast slayer I like to call her. She excels in swords, axes, and bows, and can be a perfect thief and to become an assassin soon enough. She can function as a great dodge tank. Her skill alone, Hunter's Boon, allows her to receive 20% extra crit if the enemy is below 50% HP. This is perfect for the demonic beast's large HP pool, as even though it may be under 50%, it's best not to receive retaliation damage from the demonic beast, and it's always better to have a good chance of killing the beast or reducing its HP bars in a mere instant with Petra. Another good unit to recruit is Dorothea. Her magic list is much like Lazifia, being crazy good. Her specialty being Meteor, a long-range siege tome that can deal devastating damage and by that point can one-shot most units with middling resistance. Along with having an AoE effect, you can find during the mid to late game that enemies tend to be next to each other often. So with that in mind, it's really useful due to Meteor having a AoE attack like I mentioned and dealing bonus damage to other enemies nearby. Along with helping sniping key targets like archers to clear the way for flyers, her personal skill Songstress in her kit allowing her to recover 10% HP to anyone who's adjacent to her is the icing on the cake. Best kept as a mage and learning Reason and Faith. Her low strength, even with being good in swords, isn't worth making her a sword-based class. Thank you guys for watching this Fire Emblem Three Houses video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, it helps a ton, and subscribe for more Fire Emblem Three Houses content. Comment below what you think are the best units to recruit, and I'll see you fellow smashers in the next battle.